Breaking news, I managed to get some information from my source as to what the official name for Mortal Kombat 12 will be, and I'm here to tell you it's not what we think it is. So we're going to start with the names and go down the list. The first name that I'm told that they have up for grabs as a consideration is Mortal Kombat Vengeance. Now I can say Mortal Kombat Vengeance sounds fantastic right out the gate. I love it. It's all about Mortal Kombat basically. Vengeance is a very, very strong word. So for them to include something like that, I think it fits the title perfectly. Now, I'm going to do this here. I'm going to tell you guys what vengeance means. Vengeance means punishment inflicted or retribution exact from an injury or wrong. So what we're looking at here is basically vengeance from the Titans is what's going to happen to Liu Kang. That's what's going to happen for the rules that he broke. This man, him and Raiden alone has officially broke the universe. So now people are escaping the void and people are also looking to restore the balance of all reality. Now this information comes from my source, so I want to make sure I get that clear with you guys. I understand exactly why they're considering the name that they're considering, because with everything that's going on in the MK universe, they definitely got to do something to restore balance. Now, I want you to understand just how powerful Liu Kang is. Liu Kang fused with his own self from another timeline. That's already two souls. That's two powers right there. And then he turned around and he fused with Raiden also. That's three people in one person. Do you really think some regular entity is getting ready to defeat Liu Kang? No, this man is a whole god. He beat Kronika for Christ's sakes. He beat Shang Tsung for Christ's sake. You know, so you gotta believe that the Titans are coming for revenge. Now, with that being said, the next title that they have on their list is Mortal Kombat Rage. Now, Mortal Kombat Rage sounds, on a scale 1 to 10, I gotta give it a 3. I mean, they can pull it off if they really wanted to, because NRS is just that good. But the definition for rage is violent and uncontrollable anger. Now, the person that is violent and have uncontrollable anger in Mortal Kombat, I would have to say it will eventually end up being Liu Kang, because mind you, Liu Kang and Raiden is living each other's life. Raiden is now a mere mortal, right? And Liu Kang is a god. Raiden always turned on Liu Kang because the way Kronika designed it, which means, you know, that's how Raiden ended up becoming evil. He became Dark Raiden a couple of times because it was just too frustrating and things of that nature. So you mean to tell me Liu Kang is just gonna be all cool, calm, and collective with being the god of reality himself? No, this man is going to get frustrated and do things he never thought that he would do in order to protect his people or possibly turn on his people. This wouldn't be the first time he done something like that, because remember, he sacrificed all his people just to trick Shang Tsung, where Shang Tsung was like, "You let me win." Remember that scene? He tricked them. So I don't put nothing past Liu Kang. Liu Kang's sneaky, y'all. You gotta watch him. He like the good kid in school. Everybody think he don't do nothing. I think this man gonna go crazy, and everybody in school gonna be in danger, if you get my real life reference there. So basically, Mortal Kombat Rage, I think it's a fantastic name that they can use, and the fact that they even got that one on the list, it tells you a lot. They're looking to tell the story using the names that they have. The other name that they have on the list is Retribution. Mortal Kombat Retribution. Now, Mortal Kombat Retribution sounds long as hell, but I think it fits perfectly. Because remember, retribution means punishment inflicted on someone as vengeance for a wrongful or criminal act. Now, remember how I said Mortal Kombat Vengeance? Vengeance and retribution go hand in hand. It's basically almost the same thing. So they would be better off going with Mortal Kombat Vengeance, because it just has that sound to it, and it's easy to roll off the tongue. Now, Mortal Kombat Retribution sounds pretty good too, or whatever the case is, but let's get to the point here. Punishment inflicted on someone as vengeance for a wrong or criminal act. Who committed a wrong and criminal act? Liu Kang did. Nobody swore him in. Nobody gave him permission to become a god. Raiden took that upon himself to make Liu Kang a god. He didn't consult with the Elder Gods. Now we know the Elder Gods were dead thanks to Cetrion. We know that already. Nobody consulted to make him an Elder God. So Liu Kang is a false god. Now, mind you, this information is coming from my source. This man is a false god. So this is why you can expect, as I'm told, that other deities will be coming after Liu Kang for this specific reason here. So keep that in mind. Definitely keep it in mind. Now, the last but not least, the name that they have on the list for Liu Kang, or I should say Mortal Kombat 12, is Mortal Kombat Clash of the Titans. Now, Clash of the Titans is extremely long, is for one. And for two, that's like a movie reference or something like that. You know, they would be better off calling it Mortal Kombat Titans. That probably would sound a lot better versus Clash of the Titans, because Clash of the Titans is just it's too long. It's just too long. Give me 1 second here. I'm pulling up a note. So basically, Clash of the Titans is this. Clash of the Titans is a British American fantasy action film based on characters and myth of the ancient Greek mythology. Now, mind you, Mortal Kombat is based off ancient Greek mythology as well as a lot of other mythologies. Now, the first film, Clash of the Titans, was released in 1981 with a remake that was made in 2010. Now, the remake did spawn a sequel, which was called Wrath of the Titans. So, mind you, Mortal Kombat video games are usually based off some real life aspect, and is also based off like movies and stuff. Now, a lot of you don't know this, so you may want to go watch my documentary, but Mortal Kombat 11 and Mortal Kombat Aftermath was based off Back to the Future 1, and it was based off Back to the Future 2. Now, this is a verifiable public fact that was confirmed by Ed Boon himself. So you can go and watch one of my videos. It's called what is the name of that video? Just type in Mortal Kombat 12 the Wave Report Back to the Future reference or something like that, and it's gonna pop up where I actually show you the live clips of Ed Boon saying that the game was inspired by Back to the Future and things of that nature. So you may want to look into that. So the game being related to Clash of the Titans is not too far-fetched off because it's related to Greek mythology, as I mentioned. But the names that they picked so far, I'm not gonna lie, the names are actually, they're pretty okay. So I want to pass this question off to you guys in the comment section below. Out of all the names that they came up with, which is Mortal Kombat Vengeance, Mortal Kombat Rage, Mortal Kombat Retribution, and Mortal Kombat Titans, or I should say Clash of the Titans, which of these names would you like them to name Mortal Kombat? Now, for me, I'm going to have to go with Mortal Kombat Vengeance. That sounds so good. Now, I'm not sure if they already used that for a previous game. I don't think they've used that for a previous game at all. So it could be something that they can use. Now, Retribution, they can use that too. What I'm going to do really quickly, let me see while I'm still here. Let's see. Let's see if this is an actual game. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. Now, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance was actually supposed to be Mortal Kombat 5, which is why the V is behind the actual dragon. So they've used V, but they did not call the game 5. So technically, if they wanted to make a Mortal Kombat game and call it Mortal Kombat Vengeance, they're well within their right to do so and don't have to worry about copyright or anything like that, or having it mixed up with another Mortal Kombat game. So that's the good news. So I'm going to just go ahead and say this here. I want it to be called Mortal Kombat Vengeance. That's what I vote for. But anyway, guys, go ahead and sound off in the comment section below. Let me know what you think the name of the game should be and why, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.